So Christian and I, we just having whatever nice morning, just chilling, and then have so much time. So we're like, all right, let's just find like a coffee shop or something. And we're driving to the coffee shop.
Yeah.
And we see Sights and Sounds Theaters.
It was
right?
like a sign for a Sight and Sound Theater. But the thing was, it was like on like a little fence or something. Like there was like a little gateway, right?
But
it
a
looked
beautiful fence.
A beautiful fence.
Beautiful stone, not like chain link, like beautiful stone.
So I'm like, that's got to be like a nice ass like movie theater or something. Like something cool is like going on in there. Because they had like this crazy driveway. So I was like, "Do you want to go?" And he's like, "Yeah. What else we got to do?"
Was your idea?
To
do something?
I'm
shocked by this.
I know, because I just was like, "Well, look, it's a theater." Like,
And he
almost some cool movie shit.
Christian almost regretted doing this.
So we pull up to the thing, and it's enormous. This place is huge. It's like this stone.
Dude, it looks like we drive. First off, it's a long drive into wherever this theater is, with just really nice trees around, and to the left it's farms. So it's not like you just drive past the fence and there's the building. So it's a pretty long driveway.
Yeah.
And then we pull up and we see what literally looks like a palace.
Yes.
It looks Taj Mahalian.
It looks like the fucking palace from Aladdin. It's crazy.
What? Yeah, it actually does. I mean, I do have a photo, and we can. Yeah.
There's like a lion fountain out front, and the parking lot is huge.
And
it's
where
like a parking lot.
check that out.
This is where?
It's like in Lancaster.
Yeah,
Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
So you're like, what is this freaking?
What is this?
It kind of looks like a casino or something.
Yeah.
So
I don't know, but
we go into the parking lot. There's like buses in the parking lot. There's all this sorts of shit. So we start getting up there, and on like the little poles, like the light poles, there's like little signs for Jesus.
All it says is Jesus. And with a hand and another
I've
hand.
actually been living here for a while. Nobody knows.
I've been doing these shows.
People think the sign is like a joke or something.
Wait, is this one of those like Bible places?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So we walk into this palace.
Yeah. And it's like Disney World. Like, you know how like when you go to Disney World, they have the music playing in the background, and it's like all dressed
amphitheater-y.
up. Yeah.
In the external speakers. Yeah.
So we're in there.
Welcome to the last place on earth that you'll ever be gay.
So, and I was like, as we were walking up, we realized it was like a Jesus-y thing, and I was like, oh, we should walk in and be like, we're two homosexuals. Can we get 2 tickets for the Jesus play?
Which made me laugh so hard, because in what world would 2 gay men ever announce that?
We know what we're doing is wrong.
At a box office. They
Yeah,
wouldn't do it at Broadway. They wouldn't do it anywhere.
Yeah, I know.
No gay person refers to them. We're just a couple of homosexuals.
Can we get tickets for Aladdin? Like,
Yeah.
what?
We just a couple homos on a road trip.
Well, yeah, in the palace, it's you can see that it's basically like a theater box office.
Yes.
And so, by the way, the best smelling, it smelled like honey roasted almonds.
Because they had honey roasted almonds.
Love that smell.
And we go up, and I was like, "Oh, there's a show." And I asked one of the ticket takers, I go, "What time's the show start?" And she goes, "It started at 11." I look at my phone; it's like 11:04.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Are this tickets still on sale?" And she goes, "Yes, they are."
I was like, ugh.
and I go, "Dude, we're doing it." So I walk up to the box
And I'm
office.
like, dude, fuck.
And I'm like, "Christian, come on, dude, go to the
Because
show."
the reality is you're going to be 2 hours in this fucking Jesus show. And I'm like, the actual...
I see it as a story, and Christian sees it as lost time.
I think Christian goes, the first 17 minutes of this is going to be fun, and then we're in a show.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
And I go, the first 17 minutes of this is going to be fun, and then Christian's suffering is extra fun.
That's what I mean. It's like Bret's a dangerous dude to travel with, because you never know when he's going to turn on
He's a
you.
little brother. It's little brother shit.
I took a Jesus turn, actually, and I was like, I really wanted to be here.
My younger brother was it's the young brother thing. You're the little brother, so you aggravate the older sibling.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that just it carried on. Yeah.
Yeah, so at the ticket counter, I go, 2 tickets, and she goes, okay. And then I go, wait, how much are tickets? And then she goes, oh, well, 1 ticket is $79.
What?
And I immediately went, Because if there's one thing I know, Bret is not going to spend $79 on a joke.
My breaking point was 79. If it was 78 a ticket. No, I'm cheap as hell, so I mean, as soon as she said that, I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, goodbye.
They're like, look at this place. It's a fucking paradise. Do you think tickets are $5?
Yeah.
That would have been like the equivalent of like you walk up to Kathy Griffin to say, "Can I get a picture?" and then she wants to like spend the rest of the day with you.
Yeah.
And just like talk to you the whole day.
Yeah.
You're like, I just wanted the picture.
And the reason, there was two things. One reason they can have all this expensive shit is you're just like, oh, no taxes. So when you have no expenses,
Yes.
all
great
revenue
point.
is profit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you make $1, all right, we can do anything we want with that dollar. We have 0%
Yeah.
expenses.
Well,
And
I was gonna say
No, go ahead.
the best thing about this was like Brett's like little brother prankster like was really like it's kind of ingenious because like we were like, well, we're not gonna hang out, but there's some park benches right there.
Well, can I interrupt you real
Yeah, go
quick?
ahead.
So you didn't mention. So we went to they have to the side. They have the DVDs of their other shows they've had, and their
Yeah.
other shows are just other Bible characters. So there's Moses, there's Samson, there's like Ruth. I didn't even know who the fuck that was.
Yeah.
And whatever. And they have a screen
Jonah.
showing highlights from the plays.
And these are like full plays. Like
These are
with special effects.
humongous productions.
Well, yes.
Bigger than Broadway, production-wise.
With animals.
Yeah, because they have no expenses and because they have any and all space they can need. This place is huge. So the Jonah and the whale is one of the famous Bible stories, which Jonah gets eaten by a whale. They show
got the
that.
whale from Free Willy to be in it.
It was Paul Giamatti.
Yeah, they got fucking Nathan
Spare no-
Lane.
yeah.
They afforded Nathan Lane
That
and
would be
Tom
amazing.
Hanks. Tom Hanks
Yeah.
Tom Hanks wasn't even the main character. He
plays
had
a
a B
shepherd.
part. Yeah, but the whale that I wanted to see what's their whale prop, dude. It actually was like as floating above the audience, and
Yeah.
it was like, holy shit,
Dude, dead ass. If I'm there with just a day to kill before a show, I'm going to that. Like that, you guys have sold it effectively.
The $79 is where you're like, ah, man.
Yeah.
But if it was like
Feels like
50,
See,
20,
now,
I'd be
here's
like,
where the
alright.
combinations of people get interesting. Because if that's me and Brett, we're seeing that show. We're seeing that show for free, dude. We're coming in fake mustaches. We're from Sweden and we're not very accustomed to.
You pretend to be the crew. We're like,
Oh,
oh, no,
dude,
we carry the whale in.
Yeah, we go and we make our own costumes. Like we're in the show now.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm replacing you.
Yeah.
Callus is now Jonah. He's the main character. Callus is Jesus, actually.
Yeah.
The only other person, you're like the role I was born to play.
If it's me and Whitmer, we don't even make it to the parking lot.
We look at it, we're like, what's that? I don't know, it's probably gay. And we just keep driving.
Okay, wait. What would each iteration of that be? Me and Jordan are doing push-ups in the parking lot.
You guys are working out.
Yeah.
Christian and I made it to the tickets. We saw heard the expense, left. We sneak in and are in the show.
Me and Brett, I buy the honey roasted peanuts. And I let him have half because I'm a good dude.
I think Whit buys the honey roasted peanuts and I see the show.
I just picture Brett talking to the lady at the box office, lying about you in some way. Just being like, "That's my cousin. He's blind, and he really likes listening to the musicals."
What would you and Jordan?
We wouldn't have gone.
Yeah.
Jordan has a way. Like we went to Boston, and I was like, "Dude, let's go into Boston. Like I've never even fucking been to the city before. Let's just fucking go." And he's just like, I don't. Like no interest.
Jordan,
like we could literally have spent the entire day in a Denny's bathroom, and he'd be like, "It's fine. I just need a laptop." Like
no,
Jordan. And I'm like, no, he has no interest to see. I mean, maybe because he's been before. I don't know. Just like no interest to see any of the shit.
I think Jordan is the most or least stimulus required for being entertained. I think he can just like chill and just sit there and just hang. He doesn't even need a laptop. If he just had a book, his notebook.
Yeah.
Phone, he's fine. He'll be like, we can do that from 10 a.m. till 5 p.m. and then we'll go to the show.
Yeah. See, I was like what my favorite thing to do is when I'm in a place is like walk around, check it out, go to a restaurant, have something I never had before, see shit I've never seen before, experience like the culture of it or whatever, and then do the show. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But Jordan is just like,
dude, one of my favorite things is when I was doing shows in like Sacramento and San Fran and stuff, like parts that I'd never been to before, was like go into their town and just have like a little pleasantry with one of the local employees.
Yeah.
Like if I could just like make some lady behind the counter just like chuckle a little bit and then I leave and that's me for her forever.
Yeah.
That was a great day.
One of the best weekends when we did Philadelphia, and it was me, Dino, and Jordan.
Dino DiMartino.
Yeah, Dino.
Funny guy.
Yeah, funny guy. Me and Sarah went to Philadelphia, and we were like, let's make a trip of it. and my brother lived in Philly at the time. So like I did the show. We hung out all night Saturday night because it was a Sunday show. Sunday show was in Reading, Pennsylvania, or whatever. And then Sunday morning, I woke up. My brother met us. We walked through Philadelphia. We saw all the shit. It was like, this is what it's supposed to be. Fun show, hang out. We had oysters. It was fucking a blast.
Yeah.
And Jordan spent that entire time in a coffee shop. The entire 11 hours.
You gotta do both. You gotta go have a nice morning, go see something, come back, chill, get in show mode, go do the show.
Jordan's also he's writing a sketch, he's being productive too. So I totally get that. Where I'm just eating oysters and nothing good coming out of it.
But so Christian and I then walk outside.
Yeah.
Do you want to take it over from here? Because I feel like you'd be more interesting
Well,
in telling this.
it was just funny that because I wouldn't be able to do this, but we're walking outside and Bret's like, oh, let's go hang out those park benches just for a while. Let's it's a beautiful day out. Let's just hang out.
And
so
it's a beautiful area, so
yes.
I'd rather be here than a coffee shop.
So we're like, yeah, let's just go hang out there for a while. So we start heading over there, and I see a security guard, and he's sort of eyeing me, especially. I could feel his
oh yeah, he's
whatever.
like black guy, black guy.
He's like, these guys are not.
I think
don't know
to
what they're
him,
doing.
now that because we weren't walking side by side, I think to him, I was walking and he saw a dark skinned guy and he's like, oh shit, this guy's about to get
in
mugged.
trouble.
He just goes, Bret, look out!
He just could guess my name.
So we get to the benches and the guy stops. He's like, hey, you guys going to see the show? And then Bret immediately goes, oh yeah, we just dropped my grandmother off inside and we're just gonna hang out here and outside until she's done.
Boy, dude. My boy.
Too good of a lie for too quick.
Yeah,
where did
exactly.
that come from?
That's exactly
Dude, where did that come
Abby
from?
Roberge and me and Bret could rob a bank. I'm sure. Dude, I can't tell you how many times me and Abby have just gone somewhere we're not supposed to be because both of us are so ready to lie about some shit.
That's why we could get in.
It's fun because we
in the show.
Yeah,
no, the director told me I actually was getting your part.
I'll do some shit where Casey.
They just take off the uniform and give it to you. Well, if the director said it,
dude. The key is be urgent. Use a name, even if you don't know what name it is, confidently, and be a little tiny bit angry. Ask me where I'm supposed to be.
Hey, where are you
Casey asked me to be back there 5 minutes ago. You're not fucking with that. You're not challenging that. What if Casey is just somebody you don't know yet?
Yeah, exactly.
And now you look like a fucking idiot because Casey asked me to be back there 5 minutes ago.
The only way that doesn't work is if they're like, I'm Casey. You're like, well, it was worth a shot.
Dude, I remember I was 17 or 18.
I just want it real quick to interrupt. I just want the follow-up them go, who's Casey? And you go, Kasem. Casey Kasem? Yes. You're going to say sorry.
No, I was just going to say, dude, one time in high school, I went backstage at Childish Gambino just because I just very confidently walked backstage past the bouncer. I looked at him and I was like I acted like he was kind of in my way a little bit. And I was like, and he was like, oh, okay, I guess he's supposed to be here.
God damn.
That's awesome.
So to finish the story?
I mean, no, it was just that was just interesting because if I was even trying to tell the truth, I would still I'd be like, I'm sorry.
What you did say to me, which made me laugh, was it was like, thank God Bret is lying about shit like this and he's not a man in a suit. Otherwise, he would be like, what was it?
That's amazing.
It was like, if I could lie and actually hurt the world.
Yeah, you're putting chemicals in the fucking water.
Thank God Bret wants to see a play he doesn't want to see.
Exactly. Yeah, instead of
I just want to sit on a picnic bench in nature. That's
just
all.
the spokesperson for BP after an oil spill. And you're like, well, they kind of wanted the oil in the water. It's kind of good for their skin.
I would have been an amazing lobbyist for cigarettes.